essence. So I'm going to take my plates. Where's your Sharpie? I'm going to borrow your Sharpie. Give me that Sharpie, thank you. I have one, but I'm just borrowing. Okay. And you know, your label. The thing about a label, never label the lid. So you're going to label the bottom of the plate. Okay, so again, my initials, I'm transferring here from the broth, Serratia marchescens, the date, 7/5. You don't need the media. I had said that's optional. Okay? All right? All right, so mix, it's broth, mix, okay? You know, that's like a standard. You always mix the broth, but if you're working with the slant, you tack to cool, all right? Mix, open that cap, all right? And here, this is a little dirty there. Okay, you can clean off residue there. It should burn off better. Let's use this one. Okay, all right. But you're going to sterilize your loop. Okay. Now you don't have to tap here because the broth itself, the liquid itself, cools the loop right away. Open, hold it at an angle, flame, go in and get your organism. I always go down to the bottom no matter what. Flame, close it, okay? And I'm gonna leave the lid on the table and hold this like this. And we're gonna skate. Don't dig into the auger like ice skating. Back and forth. I'm going from edge to edge. Okay, and that's quadrant 1. So I'm gonna heat my loop now before quadrant 2, but before I move forward, I want you to see, you know, and I know that this is getting contaminated to show you this, but do you see the streak lines? Do you see them? You can see quadrant 1. Everybody see that? See it? You kind of maybe got to go like this to reflect it, but see it? Okay? All right. So you can turn your plate either way, this way or that way. All right? You know, on the board, I couldn't turn what's on the board, but I can turn the plate. So I have quadrant 1 here. So I want to go this way. All right? So let me sterilize my loop again, because while I was fooling around there, it wasn't sterile. Okay? But this loop is hot. So tap, 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 tap. Okay, now I've got to see my streak lines. And actually I turned it too much, right? I'm just going to do this, okay? I got to see my streak lines. And I'm going to kind of hold this so that you can see it. Normally I wouldn't do that, but there. One drag line across quadrant 1. And then after that, try not to touch quadrant 1 and make quadrant 2. After this, I will not heat, but I'm just going to rotate this. All right, see quadrant 2? All right, I don't heat anymore. One drag line and make quadrant 3. Rotate again. One drag line, make quadrant 4. Try not to touch the other quadrants. So I'm going to pass this so people can, you know, open it and look at it. See the streak lines. Don't put this down. But there's your streak from Serratia marchescens broth. Everybody get that? Okay. Streak from Micrococcus luteus on the slant. So, well, all right, here, quick label. LAF ML 7.5. There, okay. And the difference here is what? It's not broth, so instead of mixing it, I'm going to tap to cool. Just remember that all the time. Broth, mix, you know, slant or auger, tap to cool. Okay, open, flame, tap to cool. Just a touch. Boom. Okay, flame, close. Again, quadrant 1. And again, I wouldn't hold it that way, but I'm trying to have you see it. Try not to dig into the auger. That's a no-no. About a third away down, you know, into the plate. 1/3, not a half. Okay. Close the plate because you're going to heat the loop again. But this time when you come out, it's not quite heated. Because you are trying to decrease the bacteria, but it's hot. Tap, 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 tap. You'll see those tap marks on there. Okay. And then one drag line, make quadrant 2. Okay, after this, you don't even have to put down the loop, just rotate it in your hands. One drag line, quadrant 3. One drag line, quadrant 4. Got it? Okay. To make life quick, because you have here, you can look at those streak lines if you want. The last transfer, I don't know if I have to show you because it's just like a slant. It's here, but this organism is Bacillus subtilis. So, you know, I would label BS, okay, instead of SM or ML, but it's the same thing. In other words, you're gonna go in here, sterilize. Do I need to tap? This is dry, yes. Tap, 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 tap. You can, you can pick up the organism anywhere on here. And by the way, when the techs made this, they didn't streak to isolate here. It looks like a streak because they're so used to doing this kind of stuff, but it's technically not a streak. So anywhere, got it? Understand? Okay? And of course, what? Quadrant 1, you know the rest. What? Sterilize, tap, 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 quadrant what? 2. Everybody got this? Do I have to do that again, or you think you saw it? All right, so each person will make 3 streak plates. This should go a little